purpose of this video is to show you how to run a CPM on a scenario. CPM stands for Critical Path Method. To do this, I go and I select my individual shutdown scenario I'm going to work with. I'm going to pick this 2011 turnaround, and from here I can then go off to my scheduling menu. One of the things I typically do when starting to CPM is I always initialize my data. That gets rid of any progress or any scheduling information that might have been there from previous runs of a turnaround. Once I've done this, I can go in and create a calendar. In my case, I'm going to create a calendar starting in, let's just say, June 2011. I select my date. I'm going to create it for 30 days, and I'm going to generate a calendar. Once I've done this, I can now go off and run my CPM. I'm going to check the box that says use early times. And the reason I do that is because I want to show you this information on a Gantt chart. Once this is entered, once this information is entered, what this CPM does is it takes the shutdown scenario with all of the job plan, all of the job step, and all of the information on a job step, and it balances it out over the course of the calendar. It does not look at resource availability. What it does is it basically says this is the earliest we can accomplish the schedule based on the shifting, based on the restraints, based on the estimates that are in the system. Once that's done, I can now look at a Gantt chart where I can see that information displayed as early as possible. So in my case, I have a histogram open. I'm just going to turn off that histogram. And I can double click and look at this, the schedule on an individual piece of equipment. You can see that all the jobs are starting as early as possible, and the turquoise colored bar are the bars that display my float. So this job can float along any time during that Gantt chart, during that work period. Once I'm finished, I can exit out, and I can also take a look at this data in a report called the Critical Path Analysis. To do this, I select under Planning the Critical Path Analysis, and I can sort this data by my CPM criticality. So the most critical items are going to show up first, the items with the least amount of float. Once I'm done, I can close my reports, and I can make whatever changes I need to modify in my scopes or on my job steps, and I can then rerun the CPM program.